So in this video, we are going to learn how to create Airtable records for new Google Ads campaign. Now guys, if you are creating or running some Google Ad campaigns, this automation is going to help you a lot. So using this automation, whenever you are going to create a new campaign in Google Ads, automatically the details of that newly created campaign will be added as a new record in our Airtable database. In this way, you have a complete database of all the campaigns which you are creating in Google Ads. Now, if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Public Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Public Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Public Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Google Ads to Airtable. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first, we have to connect our Google Ads account with Public Connect in this trigger window, so that every time a new campaign is created in our Google Ads account, automatically the details of that newly created campaign will be received inside Public Connect, and this automation will trigger. After getting those details of a new campaign, using this Public Connect automation, we are going to add those details of a new campaign in our Airtable database in a particular table. So let's see how it is done. Here in our trigger window, in Choose App, search for Google Ads. Just select it. And then in Trigger Event from this drop-down, select New Campaign as the trigger event. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Google Ads account with Public Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Connect with Google Ads button. And then after this, it is asking us for the login customer ID. So here we have to enter the customer ID of our Google Ads account. Now you might be thinking from where you can get this customer ID. It is very simple. Just go to your Google Ads account and here on the top right corner, here you can see the customer ID of your Google Ads account. Just copy this ID from here, go to Public Connect and then just paste it over here. After this, the help text says that we have to remove the hyphens from it. So let's remove the hyphens and then just click on Save. After clicking on Save, here it is asking us to choose the Google Ads account, which we want to connect. So I have already logged into my Google Ads account. So I'm going to select this particular account. Then just scroll down and click on Allow. And after clicking on Allow, we will see our Google Ads account will get connected with Public Connect. After making this connection, the next thing it asks us is the Use Google Ads As. So it is most likely possible that you might have created multiple users in your Google Ads account. So in this dropdown, you will see a list of all the users using which you can control or you can have Google Ads account. You can manage Google Ads account. So here you have to select that as a manager, which particular user you have to select. Just select it. And then here it is asking us managed account. So in this dropdown, you will see a list of all the accounts which you are managing in your Google Ads account. It is most likely possible that you might have created different accounts for your different businesses or for your different customers. So here you have to select that the data of a new campaign from which particular account we want to receive inside Public Connect. So I'm going to select this particular account. Now after selecting both of these things, when we will click on this Save and Send Test Request button, the details of the last campaign, the most recent campaign which we have created in Google Ads, details of that campaign will be received inside Public Connect. So we will just click on this Save and Send Test Request button and wait for the response. Okay, so just now here you can see that we have received the response. And in this response, you will see the details of the most recent campaign which we have created in Google Ads. Here you can see the status of the campaign. The campaign is currently paused. Then you can see the start date of the campaign, that at what date we have started this campaign. Then you can see the serving status, resource name. Then here you can see the payment mode and all the other things. Then here you can see the name of the campaign which we have given. You can see the campaign ID over here. We will scroll down further. Here you can see the campaign end date, then you can see the optimization status and some other details regarding this same campaign as well. So in this way guys, here you can see that in this trigger window, we have received the response, the details of the last campaign, the most recent campaign which we have created in our Google Ads account. Now while setting up this automation, after clicking on save and send test request, we get this data. But once we have completely created this automation, then whenever a new campaign will be created in our Google Ads account, automatically within 10 minutes, Public Connect will capture the data of that new campaign and then using this automation, add those new campaign details in Airtable. And because the connection of Google Ads and Public Connect is a polling based connection, that is why Public Connect will check for new data, new campaign details in our Google Ads account every 10 minutes. So here the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully received the details of a new campaign from our Google Ads account inside Public Connect. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to add these same new campaign details in our Airtable database. For that, just scroll down and come to this action window in our workflow. And here in Choose Apps, search for Airtable. Just select it. After selecting Airtable, an action event from this drop-down, select Create Record as the action event. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection over here. Now here in this step, we have to connect our Airtable account with Public Connect. And to make this connection, here we have to enter the API token of our Airtable account. Now you must be thinking how we can create this API token, how we can get this API token of our Airtable account. So what we have to do, we just have to follow the help text given below over here. We will go to our Airtable account. On the right top corner, click on this profile option and from this drop down, go to Developer Hub. After coming to this Developer Hub, here you can see a list of all the API tokens which I have created in my Airtable account. Click on this Create New Token button. Now here guys, we have to give this token a name. For example, I would like to name this token as Google Ads. Then it is asking us to select the scope. Click on this Add a Scope button and here in this connection window in this help text, you can see a list of all the scopes which Public Connect tell us to select. So we have to select all of these scopes over here. So from this drop down, one by one we are going to select all of these scopes for the API key. Just select it. This is 2, this one, and then this one as well. After adding the scopes guys, the next thing what it says at last on add a base, choose all workspace. So here in add a base section, we have to select all the current workspaces which we have in our Airtable account. We want to give this API key, this API token access to all of those workspaces. And then just click on this create token button. After clicking on create token, here you can see that the API token has been created. Just copy this API token from here, go to Public Connect and paste it over here. And then just click on save. Now when we click on save, here you can see that our Airtable account will get connected with Public Connect. And after that guys, what you have to do, you have to actually store this API token somewhere safe because it won't be accessible to you once again. So just click on this done button and now you can see that we have successfully created the API token in our Airtable account. And using this API token, we have connected our Airtable account with Public Connect. After making this connection, the next thing it asks us is the base ID. So in this drop down, you can see a list of all the bases which we have created in our Airtable account can be seen over here. So in my Airtable account, let me show you. We'll just go to the airtable.com. And then in my Airtable account, I have created lots and lots of bases for different types of data. So here in this dropdown, we have to select the base in which we have created a table. And in that table, we want to add the data of new campaign. So I have this base named as automation. So in this base, we have created this table named as Google Ads campaign in which we want to add the data. So I'm going to select automation, this base over here. Just select it. After selecting our base ID, the next thing it asks us is the table ID. So as I told you, in this base, right now I have created two different tables. And in this dropdown, we have to select in which particular table we want to add this data, add this new data of new campaign. So select that particular table over here. After selecting the table, all the column of data which we have created in this table, all of these columns can be seen over here as fields. So here guys, one by one, what we have to do, we have received the details of a new campaign in our trigger window from Google Ads. So one by one, we have to basically map all of these details of a new campaign, which we have received in our trigger window over here in their respective fields. Starting with the campaign name, like I have created the first column in this table named as campaign name. And here I want to mention the name of the campaign which we have created in Google Ads. So guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in this drop down, you will see a list of all the responses which we have received from Google Ads. Out of all of these responses, select this response of campaign name and map it over here. After mapping the campaign name, map the campaign ID. So the process of mapping stays the same. Just click on this field, and from the drop down, select the response of campaign ID and map it in its respective field. Then map the campaign status. So here we have the status as paused right now. So just map it. Then let's map the start date, the end date of the campaign which we have created, which we have selected while creating the campaign. And at last, the optimization status. So this is the response of optimization status. Just select it and map it. So in this way, all the details of a new campaign, which you want to add in our Airtable account in this particular table, you have to create columns, headers for all of these details in Airtable. And one by one, from the trigger responses, you have to map the data into their respective fields. After mapping all of these details, it is asking us enable typecasting. So we are going to select false over here, and then just click on Save and Send Test Request button. When we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the details of a new campaign which we have received from Google Ads, those details are now added as a new record, as a new row in Airtable. So let's check it. We will go to our Airtable account and we will just refresh this page once. And yes, here you can see that in our Airtable database, just now a new row of data, a new record is added. And here you can see the same campaign name, same campaign ID, status, start date, end date, and optimization status. The details of the newly created campaign, the last created campaign in our Google Ads account is now added as a new record in our Airtable database. This means the automation workflow which we have created between Google Ads and Airtable using Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new campaign will be created in our Google Ads account, automatically the details of that newly created campaign will be added as a new record in our Airtable database. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. In this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestions, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.